Yeah, back at 9 o'clock, we told you about some outrageous street signs that started appearing in Phoenix and Scottsdale last month. These signs make bogus claims, and they reference NAMBLA, a group that advocates for sexual relationships between men and underage boys. NAMBLA is the North American Man-Boy Love Association, and the signs around Phoenix and Scottsdale claim they endorsed two Democratic candidates, including State Senator Christine Marsh.
Was unfamiliar with the group, so I had to go and Google it and was horrified.
The endorsement is bogus, and so are the groups listed at the bottom. None of these groups are registered political action committees in Arizona or registered with the FEC. But the group Turn AZ Blue got our attention.
Paid for by the Turn AZ Blue PAC.
A group called Turn AZ Blue PAC purchased ads earlier this year on Phoenix TV stations attacking a Democratic candidate for Congress who ultimately lost in the primary. Despite their name, Turn AZ Blue PAC was not registered as a PAC at the time, even though FCC filings show they spent more than double the amount that's required to register. The filings list two people associated with the group. Carlos Sierra, a political consultant, denied involvement with the NAMBLA signs via email, but did not respond to our follow-up questions. Turn AZ Blue PAC's treasurer is listed as Thomas Datweiler, a Republican consultant. Earlier this year, the conservative Nevada Leadership PAC sent the DOJ a letter accusing Datweiler of wire fraud and a long history of running roughshod over federal campaign law. Federal records show Datweiler serves as treasurer for hundreds of political committees and has racked up more than $477,000 in FEC fines. Attorney Jason Lamb says the street signs could amount to criminal activity, with a major caveat.
Right now, we have some really offensive, really false and misleading signs. But who put them there? Who created them? That's what investigators will need to establish.
Thomas Datweiler did not respond to our calls or emails seeking comment. The Mississippi Attorney General opened an investigation into him last year. Vanessa?
Derek, thank you.